Cool resume. Welcome back. Welcome back to Frostpunk 2. Welcome back to Season 1 of Frostpunk 2. This is Chapter 1. This is Episode 2. We are trying to get some housing insulators sorted. We are trying to get a few bits and pieces sorted. The major of which is that we're supposed to be building a council hall, and the council hall is building that fits in housing, and I think it's no, it's not there. It is central. It requires 200 people. And it requires 10 more heat stamps. We're going to get heat stamps, but we were looking to cut down on people that are working here because we're short. So if we do that, it affects our food. If we go to our food, which I think was this one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can't make this any more food, can we? What about this? Because we probably don't need as many prefabs, right? So what if we drop the prefabs? So let's go over here. Let's do this. Alright, let's put you back up again. Because you kind of need materials, because materials affect everything else. There you go. We're still making enough materials. We're still making enough food. And we are making some prefabs. So that's fine. Let's get the clock rolling. We just need to get 80, I think it is. There you go. That's that problem solved. Council hall, we can put it there. Can't put it there because we've already put a research place there. And we don't have access to. We could put it there. I feel like it wants to be looking down on, don't you? I mean, I think that's what it's ultimately saying, is it wants to be looking down. Cannot be built in this type of district. I thought it was built in housing. Oh, it needs to be over there, does it? Okay. There you go. It's built in that type of district. It's built in the central district kind of thing. Okay, whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind. In the grand scheme of things, though, we were short of fuel. Short of fuel and short of people. So that's a problem, isn't it? That is a problem because it's a problem. We've got growth at 66%, which is fine. But if we wanted to get some more stuff, get some more of this, for example, we're definitely going to need to do something with it. That said, this one here, if we add in the coal sucker building, which is extraction, the dust coal mine, it requires 400 workers. Jeepers creepers. What about building a district? What does a district need? An extraction district. 600 workers. Right. Well, I don't know what to do about that, because what are we going to do? We're just like, we're short so many workers. Let's get cracking with this council and see what happens, I suppose. Pass a vote of confidence. Sure. I mean, we'll see what we can do, right? Truculenting on. Right. Temperature is decreased. So it's getting colder again. What's this say? Right. The council opens up in the council session. The stalwarts maintained order and adhere to what they claim was his vision. Well, that's as maybe, but you're the minority. The New Londoners and the Frostbits clash over survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. There are those who view the stalwarts with contempt, but they keep to the shadows. The first decision is whether you should maintain your role. They're a quiet bunch. Right, okay. Delegate session voting in 10 weeks. Should the steward remain in power, if this vote fails, the delegates will immediately remove you from office. There are 24, 74 that are hesitant, and only 6 against. I could negotiate and try and influence. What does that mean? What's negotiation? Not all laws you propose will have widespread. You can negotiate to have a better chance of a vote passing. After choosing groups, you can decide what to promise them in exchange for voting. That includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a building, or using an action towards a particular community or faction. Yes, of course it does. Negotiate. Who wants to negotiate? Who has the most delegates? The Frostlanders and the New Londoners have the most delegates. Their terms are that they would like an automated logistics bay, a law of mass-produced goods, and research for a ventilation tower. The Frostlanders would like a dust coal mine, weather-adjusted shifts, and condemnation as a community action. I see. And they, who effectively would be 12 delegates, want a teaching hospital, something called Promote, and a chemical hothouse. I see. This makes a bit of sense. Weather adjusted shifts. That kind of makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? Dust coal mine. Yes, that makes a bit of sense, that we need the people. And condemn. I mean, I don't know what that is. But yeah, okay. Toggle voting mode. Negotiate. No, I want them to vote in favor, obviously. And I want to exit that. Right. I think that's. Is that what I've done? So I think so. So am I to remember that? Have I to try and new law available? Voting in 10 weeks. Okay, yeah, there's a new law available, but how do I get to the new law? You are tolerated. Yeah, I know I'm tolerated. So how do I get to that? Right, okay, I'm a bit lost now, because this is now I don't understand. I thought I had negotiated, but I don't know how to negotiate. It doesn't give me a choice. Is this what, like, I have to do that, and if I do that I get a better thing? But it won't let me pass a law. So how do I pass a law? What does this say? Voting. There's a new law available. There isn't a new law available though. That's what I keep saying. There's no new law available because I can't access any laws. Like, so how am I to enact a law? I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit confused. Right, I don't really understand. Yeah, you've got to propose a law. Everything's being held by the vote. So I can't pass any laws. I can do research, but I can't pass any laws. I can make buildings. So the weather adjusted shifts can't do community action on the stalwarts. They want me to condemn the stalwarts. Oh, is this what I agree to do? Build a dust coal mine? So I can do that and then vote? So I have to build a dust coal mine. So a bunch of people have voted for me.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
Yes, I'm awesome. Right, there are challenges ahead. Find more fuel. I know where there is fuel. That's an interesting noise. So I need to build one of these buildings, and I need to access to the Frostland. To access, you need to go to the old way station. Got it. I got that. The thing is, the thing is that I need to. I can't do it. I haven't got any more people. I'm not following anyone down this path. I refuse. Okay, how am I meant to do that without more people? Build a logistics district. Logistics district is that one. 400 people. I would still need 400 people. I can frostbreak towards it for sure. There you go. We can do that. That's not a problem. But people. What are we gonna do about people? That's a problem, isn't it? What are we gonna do about people? Find a permanent source of fuel outside the city. A permanent source of fuel. Okay. I've only got a certain amount of time to build this dust thing. If I were to, I actually can click on this. If I were to go over to this building, can I could demolish it and then get the people back that are working in that building and then rebuild it? Is that, because I don't see how I'm going to get that done any other way. Would the game recognize that? It just wants me to build a dust coal mine. This could all go horribly wrong, couldn't it? Yes, it could. Are you sure you want to destroy this building? I do. Right, there you go. And then we'll go over here, and we will wait until we've got 80 prefabs. The bottom bar.
The Research Institute has concluded its latest task and is ready for its next priority.
I know where the research. Oh, what we wanted to do, research-wise, was there's another free one. Efficient circuits, but we need heat stamps, which we don't got. So we need more of this. Right. So we go back here, we go back to building, we go back to that, and we build it. Now, is this gaming these people? I mean, it is. But will they know? Will they understand?
An automaton has broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are...
Didn't I just do that? I thought I did that. Accept. and then construct. I didn't do it.
A new council session is now in order.
Okay, they didn't fall for it. They didn't fall for it. But that's fine because we've just had miraculously a 1,200 people population increase. So we're out here by the old logistics depot. How are we doing? Housing. We need housing though. Oh, sheesh, kerbuddles. Right, we need a housing district. Housing. That's still fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll do for that. We'll need to build that. How much is this thing going to be? This way station logistics department? Well, not a lot actually. Can I build it right there? You need 6. Right. Okay. Well, I better do a little bit of frost clearing then, because 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. That's that. And I don't think... Can I frost break out the other side? 3. It seems like I can. I can multiple frost break at the same time. Right. Food is down. Why is food down? Is it some... Oh, well, food is down because I need more people. So that is there. If I move that up, plus 10 and plus 5. Right, so that takes care of that. The fuel situation will be improved by the fact that we have this new dust mine. There's an event. Right, okay, we've adjusted the population. Sure, that's what it was. People are sneaking in. How are people sneaking in? Right, anyway. How much stamps did we need for the research? Stamps. Stamps. We need 50 stamps. There's geothermal plants. This idea will help with steam. Requires access to steam. There's a generator upgrade in the future. Requires 75 oil. That needs access to steam. Advanced coal mines. Okay. This tells you who thinks it's negative and by how much. Right, the Frostlanders think it's a good idea. Ish. Workplace insulation. The Frostlanders think it's a good idea. Housing insulation makes sense. Advanced housing insulation. Asbestos? I wouldn't if I were you. Right. Okay. So... Right, I still think that's a good idea. 50 heat stamps, though. So we need to wait till we got 50 heat stamps. Right. Is that everything I need to worry about? Probably. Also, we got that thing. The Frost Thunders are delighted. They now look upon you and consider you a leader with integrity. Yeah, okay. Well, that's true. I do like to be a man with integrity. Increases the heat allocation level in district will cost 25 instead of 30. I think that's a good idea. Is anyone troubled by that idea? I don't think so. There's a new law available. Is there? Propose a new law. Right, here's the laws. So the laws are split between survival laws, city laws, society laws, and rules. A rule law requires a 2/3 majority to pass. I'm assuming that your regular white laws just require a plain, simple majority, 51% over 49. Um, this is sitting under. So guided voting. What what is guided voting? Because it doesn't tell me what that is. It just says unsigned. You need to sign the previous law. Can I have a look at it? Here we are. The steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, curtailing debate and convincing many wavering delegates. It unlocks the guided voting, which greatly increases the odds of passing a law in the council. Right. Nobody's for that. Quite a substantial amount of people are somewhat against it. So there. Societal laws, funerals. This is part of the ethics. Family, childhood. There are no common rules. Crime is locked. What are the childhood rules? Family apprenticeships. All children must work alongside so that they learn their trade. That seems fine. Or 418, hesitant 70. To guarantee that all children have the skills and knowledge needed, will establish a mandatory school program. So, intelligence or ability, I guess. You're putting them to work, so you get more active workers. You are losing heat stamps, which is a bit weird. But I mean, people prefer it. Is there anything else that's easier? What about funerals? The deceased will be harvested. Unharvested remains will be incinerated and the ashes given to the relatives. Nice picture on the right. 430. Bodies must be buried untouched. Trust loss resulting from death is decreased. Disease is slightly decreased. Okay. Anything else? No. Right. Oh, wait. We haven't looked at the others. City laws. Food additives. We don't think food additives is a good idea. Foraged additives. Only natural foraged additives may be added. We will train people to forage for these. Citizens will provide some food during calm weather. That's not a bad idea. 432 against 30. Hesitant 38. Chemical additives. The city will approve chemical additives with tested and tolerable risk levels. Disease is increased. Right, okay. We skipped city. Basic necessities, contagion prevention. There's a lot here. Community service. Basic necessities. Nothing is really going to be simple here, isn't it? Free essentials. Based on availability, the city will also provide with what they need. Trust rises. Hooray! Paid. Citizens will be charged a small fee for everything. Oddly enough, more people think this is a good idea than that is a good idea. The irony. Contagion prevention. Contagious people will be placed in quarantine. More shelters are required. Contagious people will wear a badge. Disease is decreased, but tension is increased. More people think labeling the sick is a good idea. Community service, expedition support. Everyone must aid by helping them prepare. City development effort. Everyone must support the production of prefabs. Everyone must inspect the heat pipes. Everyone must volunteer their time outside of work as needed unless they purchase an exemption. Wow, okay. Well, volunteering, but only if you buy, isn't volunteering, just so we're clear. That's just compulsory extended work shifts for anyone but the rich. Right. And surplus heat. Heat auctions. Heat is a luxury. Surplus heat should benefit the entirety of the, and will therefore be used exclusively to warm common areas. Right. Let's start with the basic necessities. Should everything be free? Should everything be paid for? I mean, ironically, this is not about my opinion. This is about their opinion. And in their opinion, more people think this is a good idea. So, more people think that this is a good idea. I went with the stalwarts won't negotiate because it's their idea. We went with the Frostlanders last time. One thinks that going with these people might make a bit more sense. I would need to switch to logistics bay where machines manufacturers position on demand to minimize personal storage needs. I only have to research it. I don't actually have to build it. So we could do that, and then the law would pass. There we go.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
There you go. Everyone has to pay a little bit of something. Because that's what they wanted. They wanted that. I didn't necessarily want that. Which means that I need to go back here. And, oh, the research is across the top. Of course it is. This one, let's cancel that for now. So, they want the logistics bay idea. Logistics bay. Was it logistics bay? No, it wasn't, was it? It was the, what the heck was it? Can you remember? It's gonna say on the side. An automated logistics bay. Research the automated logistics bay? Okay. That is... that one. Oh, there's different ones if you go across. Okay, automated logistics bay. Yes, we'll get into that straight away. Right, this is done, but logistics. We need 400 people. I don't have 400 people. I don't have 400 people. That said, we've got all these dust coal mines. These districts are pumping out plus 234 coal, as far as I can ascertain. So we can definitely cut that down, I think. So if we go up here to our people, I mean, we can cut that down. I mean, it doesn't hurt having a stockpile. And we only have to cut one down. We don't have to cut them all down. So we cut that down a little bit. We're still making plus 115. And we have 586. So then we need, what is that, 50 heat stamps? Did you say? I think you did, didn't you? This is, what's that? That's my stockpiles of parts. Is it prefabs? Things? Prefabs? So that's making prefabs. Wait a minute. Did I not do that thing? These guys. No, this is prefabs. We're not making prefabs? Okay. What's an extraction district for prefabs need? 600 workers. Right. Let's do something else instead. let's what's happening? There's something there down at the bottom. What's that? The logistics bay is blinking. Why is it blinking? What have we got over here? Merit. Adaptation, merit, and tradition. Oh, this is our technology, economy, society, right? Thing. This is saying we are council doesn't recess. We need 10 weeks to wait until you can pass another law. I'm guessing. Right. I think we've got enough we've got enough heat stamps for a district for the logistics district, which we said needed 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Build ye! Oh, build ye! Food is good. Housing is good. Everything else is good. I say it's good. Everything looks warm-ish. I don't think we're getting any trouble from. We can check because you can go up to the top and you come across here. So we're getting a slightly increased amount of disease because we have 3 districts that are quote unquote chilly. If we were, what are the 3 districts that are chilly? Because I see 4. So that district went up, and if that district, well, that's not a lot of people there. What if that district went up? That district, that's a housing district. What if that district went down? Plus 25, minus 90. Let's do that. What does it say now? 2 chilly districts. Right, does that now? There's 3 chilly districts. I don't understand. That's chilly. That's chilly. Minus 2 weather. Minus 2 weather. Minus 2 weather. Why is that one? The weather makes it red. And this one, the weather is black. That would make it cold. That would be bad. Yeah, okay. I don't exactly know why it's doing that, I'd have to say. Bit of a mystery, not really sure. Anyway, we've got to get this just.
The price of gruel has been this week only.
Oh! There's a sale on gruel? You don't say! My gosh! Woman, break out your eat stamps. We've got to get some gruel for everybody. Right. Sue Miller, the street urchin. The lack of a law regulating childhood is causing tension to rise. In other words, I'm going to have to make a decision as she's a pretty rough one, as to whether we want to send them to school or send them to apprenticeships. Yarg. Yargity, yargity, yarg. I mean, the new Londoners are due something, aren't they? Judging from the bars across the bottom. Then there's a few of them, so I don't want to piss them off too much, to be fair. Right, there we go. We can now survey the frozen lands and find a source of fuel. Can we, though? Oh, we can. We can. We have this weird stuff. Right. Oh, this is interesting. So we can't see beyond our immediate border. There's definitely... Well, we can go out quite a distance. There's definitely these... There's little, like, pseudo things. But all of these are immediately connected to us, and this one is not. So we can't see beyond what is immediately connected to us. So there's the Highlands, which apparently does not have anything on it. There's no little like exclamation mark. What's R2? R2 is chart a path. Trail construction. You need 10 frosting teams, 25 heat stamps per route segment, and 5 free prefabs per route segment. Basic quality trade route allows shipping 250 units of any resource. Right, okay. Is this the same? The Serpentine Gorge. Rugged territory, threat level dangerous, many scouts injured. Jeepers, that doesn't sound good. The Foothills. Possible findings. Prefabs, cores, people. The windswept foothills used to be thoroughly explored, but whiteouts have raised the path and safe hazards. Did have an old coal mine though. Frozen Bay. I see. So, doesn't really mean much except maybe the foothills. What's that? There's a question mark. What's that? Overpopulation and dwindling fuel reserves force many residents to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around a small hot spring. Its inhabitants wait for conditions to improve. Take them back in. How many are there? We could build. We're not desperately sore for things, but we would need 5 frost and twos. We get 2,665 people. We would have to build a lot. We would have to build a lot. How many did we say a housing district holds? 20 shelter. But how much? That's fine, but presumably that means you have more than 20 people in a shelter though. Sorry, in a house. So we have 130. We have a housing district. Well, no, housing district. Districts? Because we got more than one. So we're saying 80 there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not. But 130 quote unquote, thank you, housing units are sufficient enough to hold 9,200 people. Right? So how do I calculate that? I wonder. Math is not my strong suit. So I'm trying to figure this one out. We've got... What's the tutorial about houses say? Shelter. Da da da, shelter blah, some blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, some blah 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 blah. It doesn't tell me the numbers though. I don't think it's 20. It's not 20 people. It's 20 households. Yeah, it's 20 households, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to translate that into numbers dangerously enough. Now then, let's have a look here. How do we make Frostland teams? It says according to this we've made that the output here is 15, right? So the output here is 15 Frostland teams. So if we just go out and go on that, why does it say red? Oh no? No, that's fine. That's what we're doing. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're doing that. So we're going to get those people, which is Bickety 2. But no, but I think the issue is with districts Is I need 200 people. 200 people, you say? Right, and we need to add more people here because we are not making enough coal. It won't let me add people. Why will it not let me add people? Because there's not enough to go up a bar. That is inconvenient. Yeah, the right will go down, but it won't go up. So I'm short of people. The good news is we're about to have a lot more people. So I guess that's a plus. That's a plus. Yeah, we're about to have a lot more people. Oh, is that our that the people arriving? Yes, there we go. Look, we've suddenly got an influx of people. So the good news is we can go up here and we can very definitely increase the amount of stuff that we're doing there. That also means we can very definitely go down to this one and increase what we're doing there. What that, however, means is we're short of. There you go. We're short of one district and a bit for houses, and we need more food. So, frost breaking towards food, I think, is what we need. There's a lot of food over there, isn't there? There's some food down here. There's this deep resource material stuff that we probably need to get to. We really do need to build more prefabs. But I do think we need to go this way. Right, let's make that happen, number 2. I think we need... Should we house people? Probably need to house people, don't we? I think... I don't know, can we put that there? We can. 1, 2, 3... Sorry, 4... 5, 6... That's all 6. Right, okay, that does that then. That's not going to house everybody. Yeah, we're short prefabs. Of course we are. Right, let's pass a law. Propose a law! We need to look to the kids. I think we're going to go with that. Right, negotiate. The New Londoners don't want anything, but it's their law, so that's fine because it helps them. The stalwarts. Oh, we can't negotiate with them because we've already got an active promise. That's our research. They would like us to research and hold a vote. Efficient circuits. I mean, I think that's a great idea. I absolutely think it's a great idea. Let's go. Mandatory schooling for the small people.
Hear ye, hear ye. The votes are in.
The votes
measure passes.
Are in and the measure does pass. And the research is about to finish, isn't it? You're going to school, Susie. Right, the New Londoners like me, so they've gone up.
Has concluded its latest task and is ready for its next priority.
Yes, it has. What's this? Infectious agents. The Frostlanders refuse to be assessed. The checkups are relics of the past. Stalwarts maintain regular physicals. Oof, we have more pressing matters to deal with. A subgroup of Frostlanders will oppose the decision. Okay, see what happens then. Right? I mean, we've pushed up quite a bit. We need to get into crack into some research. These efficient circuits, heating, efficient circuits. That's what I wanted to do way back when. So I'm happy with that. What we didn't do was we didn't move these people, did we? This one, I think we said. Right, we need to launch an expedition. 15 weeks! Right, that's it. It's just off. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. They're off. So they're off. That's great. So we can go into the city and deal with the city stuff, which has been that we are heading towards the food situation. We were building houses, weren't we? Yes, we were. We were building houses, and we need prefabs. So we need food and we need prefabs. Do we have a store of food? What's the store of food? The store of food is 133 weeks worth. So we're probably fine if we can get the prefabs to build an extraction district. That one, 150. How do you get more prefabs? Was this an error on my part? What's that clock saying percentage doing up at the top? Do you mind? I don't know what that is, and I've just seen it. What is that? What is that? It won't let me pick that. Is that the expedition? Construct new buildings available. New buildings. I'm not interested in new buildings right now. It won't tell me what that is. But I'm assuming that, judging from the speed and its location, that's the expedition people. So how are we going to get new prefabs if we're not making them? What's that?
Will be punished.
Oh, truancy. Truancy! Right, we need more prefabs. How'd you get prefabs then when it's at home? City collects heat stamps. Heat stamps can be increased. You can do stuff with heat stamps. Yeah, sorry, prefabs. Prefabs can be extracted or brought. Prefabs can be made. Well, that's great, but you kind of need. Let me guess. You need prefabs to make an industrial district. You can manually switch a given industrial district to start producing goods instead of prefabs. Okay. If you don't have prefabs, you could demolish a district or building and return those prefabs. Yes, I'm not really convinced I want to do that. We did say out here that we stood the chance of finding some prefabs, but 10 weeks away. 10 weeks away. 10 weeks. How on earth would we get prefabs? There's no buildings there. There's no buildings there. The buildings that we have here is research and coal, both of which we need. And there's a council chamber somewhere. It's not that one, is it? No. Ooh. It's just housing. Very nice. Lots of people standing around some heating things, wandering about, doing stuff. Very nice. That's the coal place, isn't it? coal mine. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. We could demolish that. If we demolish that, we'd get 37 prefabs. How many did I say I needed? For an extraction district? Is it an extraction district? 150. 150. Industrial district is just 100. Makes 10 a week. It requires 50. It's quite a lot. I'm not making as much as 50. And what did I say? If I demolish that? 37. It's not a lot. And if we were to demolish that, we're going to get 30 prefabs. You don't get a lot. You don't get a lot of prefabs back. So I'm just effectively going to have to wait 10 weeks. Am I? Until that expedition gets in. That seems like a long time to wait.
For a detailed list of obituaries, please visit your local administrative office.
Right, and things have gotten a lot colder again, and we've got a thing. What's this? Is this out of resource? Coal is running out. Right, explosives. The Frostlanders say we should send in the kids. They did the kids themselves. Yes, the thing is, you have to have survived to say that you survived. That's the point of surviving. Explosives carry risks, but available coal null deposits. Relations improve. Volunteer children will work in narrow tunnels. That gives you, but the Frostlanders improve, and the New Londoners improve. Does it? Does this does not improve? That it doesn't say. It doesn't say there's a negative. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this because it doesn't say there's a negative. If it pulls a fast one on me and starts doing silly buggers, then I'm gonna be unhappy. I can tell you, unhappy indeed. What's that down there in the bottom? What's that? Construct new buildings. Yeah, you did say that, didn't you? You did say there was new buildings. What are these new buildings of which ye speak? There's a dust coal mine. There's those. Sorry. There's a logistics building, the automated logistics bay. Logistics bay, where machines manufacture expedition equipment on demand. Yes, you said research it, but you didn't say actually build it. And to be honest, low on my list of priorities. Housing is the research. Yeah, okay, fine. The Frostlanders are delighted.
Completed their latest project.
Right. Nobody went down in that regard. So everybody at the bottom there is looking rosily orange. We're 72% away from doing what we need to do. Council is in session, or can be. Has anyone asked for anything? Goods. What's this? Goods. You should have the right to repair goods. Oh, really? Not in this country. We'll focus on producing sturdy, easily repairable goods. That's the frost cinders. We'll organize to increase goods production to overcome scarcity. Goods production efficiency is increased. That's a supported law. So can we just vote? Woo! You only needed 51. But I didn't have to negotiate with anybody on that one. That was fine. Right, there you go. That's we're moving along. We're moving slowly, okay? We're moving slowly, but part of the reason we're moving slowly is we haven't got into the hang of it yet. So we're investigating and exploring things, which is fine because it's tricky. So there you go. That's another episode. Gosh, doesn't time fly when you're frost breaking? Oh, the Frostlanders don't like me anymore. The New Londoners and the Stalwarts think I'm awesome, but the Frostlanders not so sure. So there you go. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you're enjoying it. It is early days. It is early days, but we are getting the knack of it. I think we may have made a mistake with the prefabs. That's something to bear in mind, but otherwise, I think we are doing okay-ish. Famous last words. I'll see you all again next time for another dash around Frostpunk 2. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have joined me, please click the like. Please subscribe to the channel, neither of which cost you a cent, and they do help me and my channel an awful lot. Thank you very much for doing that, those of you that do. And I will see you all again soon for another one. Ta-ta for now.